Fuel Up Podcast, episode
29.
29, guys. We are
Welcome.
back. It's just me and Joe this week.
No guest.
No guest this week.
Camera 2 is no longer here today. It's only
It's taking
camera
a
1.
break. It's taking a break. A
little
little bit of a break.
little one.
Basically, why there's no guest, Joe? Let them know why there's no guest.
Because it's currently Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and we're home alone here tonight. So this week is just us, me and Mass. It's like the weekly Fuel Up 2, which the first one was, I think, like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we're doing another one. So basically, we're going to do like some car news that's out now. So GT3, that will coming up in a couple later on in the podcast. Also, I want to thank all the guests that were on the past couple of weeks, past couple of podcasts.
Anyways. Yeah, go through some of the guests, some honorable mentions type of thing. Basically, it's like a 1 year thank you, appreciation. Go through our stuff. Basically,
it has been
update.
a year.
It's a year, basically. Yeah. That's why it's a year that
How do you feel?
we've been doing it. That's it. It's been a while, eh?
It's been fucking long, actually.
I feel like
a year. Joe Rogan's been for 10.
It's because we took that break. We take a break too, right? Because of the COVID and stuff. So I feel like it hasn't been a full year for us. That's the one thing that I found different. But man, I find we came a long way. Starting off
from
with
the beginning,
just,
like a little square black table in your office to
what was it? 2 mics, like a random mic. Not even this one. It was like random mics. We had to get that mic. Shitty mic stands. Only
no
audio.
video. No audio. Sorry, no video, only audio.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So,
and if you want to see those episodes, they're on YouTube, so check them out.
Yeah, check them out. They're on YouTube with, like you said, no video. But hey, everyone comes from somewhere,
Of
right?
course.
Joe Rogan, he started off in his couch, in his
the couch,
basement,
yeah.
right?
On a laptop, actually.
Yeah, on a laptop, doing Skype.
Was it actually Skype?
It was actually Skype back then, yeah. Like, that's all they had, right? So,
Shit. Okay.
imagine, everyone has to start somewhere. So I find in a year, we've come a long way. We worked our asses off. We did what we had to do. But what would you think, Joe, was like the hardest adaptation you think, or something like from doing these podcasts?
Coming from the beginning,
Yeah.
I would say making sure that every weekend is a guest. That's
Yeah.
one of the hardest,
For sure.
Not hardest parts, but
Getting guests,
Yeah.
guests is pretty,
is up there, and then making sure the video looks good when it's edited in the final product. That's the most important
Let's
part.
see, number one is not editing,
Yeah.
especially at the beginning. Like
But the thing is, if you have no guests, you have nothing to edit, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure, you're right. Yeah.
The editing part is and the audio part, of course.
I find the beginning, the toughest thing that we had to deal with at the beginning was like learning
Yeah,
these
figuring out
type
how
of
this equipment
things,
works. Yeah, for sure.
not having this, like I didn't have my
And we
MacBook.
still suck at using it.
And, no, I think we're a bit better. Everyone's saying we're good. Everyone says we're good. I think we're just a bit hard on ourselves, bro. I think it's just that. We're never...
Yeah, but that's how you get better.
Exactly. If I'd say, I'm doing good, I think we'd never, or you or me, I think none of us would ever move
Get
forward.
better, of course.
Right? So
If you get comfortable in the position you're in, you never
exactly.
tend to grow, right?
So I think that was the hardest thing, getting used to this, editing. Like I used to know basic editing things, but then after, like, let's say, doing it from recording, like especially now with the video and the audio, what you have to do, like that's just like right now, right? We use Apple iPhone, right, to videotape and stuff. So Apple's only Apple, Mac, Microsoft's Microsoft, all that stuff. When you convert, when you compress, all that stuff, I find that was like the most like boom. And then after, especially at the beginning, me and Joe would be finished. I remember there'd be just something that we missed or something that we didn't know. Like me, when I would export with this, one time I left the metronome on.
Yes, I remember that.
But you don't see it until after.
It's export.
Right?
You
So
hear
you
it.
export and then you got to re-listen to it. But sometimes, you're at the end of the night, poof, you're done. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know how it is, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Save, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. You close everything. Remember the next day I
The
sent
metronome on it.
I go hear it. I'm like, oh my God, I edited there's a whole metronome all over it, like when you export it. So something stupid like that, I find
Or
that
there
was
was
the
even
hardest
once
stuff.
that the video was going live and I forgot to put a thumbnail on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it just...
Like stupid
Yeah,
things that come natural after, I find now, like
now it's become
already
second
me and
nature.
Joe,
Like the
yeah.
thumbnail's already done even before I
everything.
start editing.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's
Which
ready.
has to be, or else you're gonna forget. Which
Then
like I did.
the what's it called? The video file to change it into the other one from MOV.
By the
to
way,
convert
if
it.
people don't know that when you record on an iPhone, it actually records in .mov,
Yeah.
which most editing programs do support it. Adobe does, but it does not mix well with audio files. From what I'm
Because
learning,
it's-
anyways.
Again, Mac is Mac, and
Adobe is not Mac,
exactly.
but yeah. So it's always better, well, from what I've been told, to put it in MP4
Yeah.
format, but also adds to the whole process of editing.
Also, started snowing here.
It did start snowing this morning.
Talking about that, I'd like to welcome Giovanni back into the Volkswagen family. I didn't tell you I was going to say that, but Giovanni's back into the Volkswagen performance vehicles. He's back. So I'm happy that he came
It was
back.
like an absence of what, like
A month?
since August.
A month? Was it?
No, more than
2
that.
months? 3 months?
August, September, October.
Shit, okay.
4 months. I got rid of it beginning of August.
So yeah, he had the GTI, like all of you knew. He had the what year was it?
2018.
18? I was
Yeah.
It's 19. I don't know why.
No, it was 18.
Okay.
It looked like 18, 19 is the same thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't 18. I got rid of it in August. I had to get rid of it. No, I didn't have to get rid of it, but it was an opportunity to get rid of it and not.
A lot of people are getting rid of their cars now, just
and not lose money on it. So I did it. Then I started driving a Civic. Shout out to the Civic people out there. Didn't last too
Shout out
long.
to the VTEC fan.
It was actually, I don't think it was a V. It was
No, it didn't
1.6.
have VTEC, yeah,
It was
no.
1.6. You know what though? Honestly speaking, it's actually a good car.
Obviously, there's no.
It's actually a good car,
There's
but it's boring to drive.
Yeah, I know, but there's no. It's not like they didn't get that name or they don't get these numbers and everything. Like a Civic's a Civic.
not a good
Everybody
car, yeah.
knows a Civic. Like it's
So,
not because it's garbage.
I was driving the Civic until like 3 weeks ago, and then I can't leave Volkswagen. I don't know what it is. I love Mercedes. I love BMWs. I love Audis, of course.
It's
But there's
German.
something about Volkswagens. I don't know what it is, but even with all the little issues and whatever they have, I still tend to go back. And someone who really made me buy a Volkswagen is obviously Mass, because he used to work there and stuff. But after driving the Civic for like 4 months, whatever, and we had Mr. Jason Belaze on the podcast from Mr. Liquid Molly himself. He came here with his Volks, and when I saw that, I'm like,
that car.
I need another
guys.
Volkswagen. So I'm like, fuck, I just got another Volkswagen.
I love that car.
Yeah, insane.
He called me actually the other day when you were talking about for the giveaway.
Yeah.
So he calls me, and all I hear is bah! Like this
And
crazy
he's
sound. I
driving.
go, "You're driving the R32," and he's like, "Yo, man, it's like a symphony." Like he was all like into it. I go, "Oh man, that car." I go, "The sound is insane," and he just pinned it for me.
Yeah,
It sounds nice.
It's the first time I actually see an R32 like up close and everything, in personal, but up close and actually get to touch it and see it and hear it.
Okay.
I really feel like there's nothing that really could, like the
Compare?
sound, anyways. Yeah, the sound.
The sound is
Even the
different,
Golf
'cause
R
the VR, right?
as a 4-cylinder, right? Not the VR.
Yeah,
the
no, but
VR
I'm saying
engine.
that one is the VR.
Oh my
so
god, what a sound!
VR6, and there's no exhaust done to that car. Like,
It's stock, and it sounded like a legitimate race car.
Yep. Well, that's why they're classics today, right?
And that's why they still retain pretty much their whole value. They haven't
Exactly.
really lost that much value.
Exactly. Talking about cars that don't lose their value, we got some great news today.
Mercedes-Benz. I mean, what?
What? They lose their value? Don't even try. No, Porsche.
Yes.
What did they come out with today? We actually posted it on our
On Instagram page.
too.
There was a poll, so go
Well,
check
not
it
today.
out.
It came out yesterday before, but anyway,
It was
it's all
announced last
getting
night.
popular.
Well,
Yeah, it's
I
getting
saw
all
it last
popular.
night anyways.
It gained popularity this week. We don't know when it came out. Then yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of spy shots going around the
Yeah.
internet for the past couple of weeks, but last night I really saw that like the car was
Where
being
were those
driven.
shots taken?
I'm sure Germany.
Nürburgring?
Which one's the one with the camo or without the
Yeah,
camo?
the camo one.
Yeah,
That's the only
Nürburgring,
ones I've
on
seen.
Nürburgring.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't see the car unwrapped?
No, I didn't see it before this.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Before yesterday.
Yeah, before this week. I'm saying I don't know when it was.
Yeah, for the past couple of weeks, the car's been always wrapped. So you saw the wing and stuff, but last night or this morning, you saw the car without the
Did we say what car it was?
GT3. Yeah.
Okay, so the Porsche 992.
Yeah.
992 GT3.
2022. I think it's 2022.
Yeah. Wow.
Insane.
They just.
I'm a fan of the wing.
No, but they just perfect cars. These guys.
Keep going up.
It just doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. The car barely changes. Like it doesn't change much every year, like a
Yeah.
Porsche, right?
I feel like this is the year where they did the most dramatic change, though.
Like you would think, like Porsche, how many years they've been around and shit like that.
1964.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So,
think.
you know how long they've been around. The Carrera has been around, and if you put the Carreras next to each other,
They all kind of look the same.
They
Yeah,
all
but they
have
all
that
the same
same-
shape.
but that's what I'm saying. They do minuscule stuff, and it's always perfect. It's just enough. Just enough.
Yeah, the
Instead
car
of
is
changing
sick.
completely, like all the time, like a lot of people do. I find that car. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
this is gonna be mean on the street."
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. And it has like that Senna
I
looking
wonder how
spoiler.
it sounds. Yeah, I wonder how it sounds.
I've seen the new ones.
You know
like
what the
in
engine is?
person. Yeah, probably 3-liter,
Okay,
flat six. Yeah, flat six, NA.
turbo or
No, NA.
NA?
On GT3s, it's always NA.
Always NA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I heard the new 992s, but those are turbos, like non-turbo, but the engines are still. The
Okay,
car,
yeah.
it's not a 992 turbo, but it's Carrera 4S or Carrera S. They're still turbocharged. The sound is pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't sound as loud as the old ones, but they sound very good. I'm sure the GT3 is going to be insane.
And what was so special about the wing that?
It's so it's active aero, and
So
it looks,
it moves. That means
it
right.
does move, and it looks like the one on the Senna. You know, the one on the Senna has
Yeah,
like
so it goes like this,
a
right?
drop, yeah.
Yeah, it has that
Like a
little
hook,
yeah.
And
I'm
it's-
looking at it now. That's what I'm trying
And it's
to
kind of
figure
like
out.
higher on the trunk, so it kind of looks like the
Yeah,
spoilers.
it's not where it
further
usually
in.
is.
No,
Usually it's
exactly.
on really like the end of the
Now
the
it's
car.
on top.
Now it's further up. It's
What
like
I'm
a pillar.
interested to see
Yeah.
is the GT3 Touring, which is the wingless version.
Exactly. I
Only
don't
in stick.
know. I find it look beautiful. I'm looking at it now. I'm picturing it without that wing.
I feel like I would get it if I would
I'd
had the
probably get it
opportunity to
without the
buy
wing,
it.
I
I'll buy it
think.
without the wing.
I think so.
Because even the current generation, well, the generation before this one, the touring version, I've seen one without a wing, and I'm like, I like it with no wing.
I like it with no wing. Yeah, it's nice. The
I like
wing
it.
is super
Yeah.
nice, but the no wing is
Yeah.
man. They have a lot of ground effects, eh?
Mm-hmm. If you look at the
Wow.
hood, you have two massive air engines on
That's
the top.
what I'm saying.
It looks like a
That,
car from Fast and the
in
Furious.
the back, there's all kinds of like cuts and like it is a lot for Porsche. Like you said, a lot of change for Porsche. That usually
I think this is the biggest year that they changed. Even the interior has changed a lot.
Yeah, usually they don't change that much, but yeah. Wow.
Is it
no.
it's a flat six, eh? Yeah.
But this car is,
440. No, the Carrera S is 444 horsepower. This will give you a 503 horse.
503.
Yeah, well, BHP
Wow.
and 4-liter flat
That's
six
good.
NA.
That's perfect.
NA
It's
500
not-
horsepower.
It's perfect.
It's amazing.
That's
You
perfect.
don't need more than that.
NA 500 horsepower. I've been seeing it for years now. Has to be like probably the perfect horsepower because you get it instantly.
Instantly, that's it.
No
No
issues. No lag. The sound is always nice. 500 is a good number. NA, but it's hard to get NA. You have to have a good engine usually.
V8s.
Exactly. Usually either a big engine or
Yeah.
like a
Well, a 4-liter flat six is pretty big.
4-liter flat six is pretty
Pretty big.
It's a pretty big
Even a BMW is
for a flat
3-liter.
six, right?
Yeah.
What you mean, yeah.
Well, BMW is inline, but still, it's even
Yeah.
a Subaru. I think it's a flat four.
It's a flat four, yeah.
Yeah, boxer engine.
Yeah, but they're not. It's not the same. It's just that I think for the power, yeah, you're right. It's pretty big for the size and the power. It's pretty big. So that's it for basically for news. What came out this week?
Oh, one thing I want to ask you actually.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about news, did you see about 2035? Everything has to be electric cars. We
I don't
can't
know
sell
about
gas
that.
cars.
I don't know about that. Is that true? That like you hear
I've heard it
in,
was true, but I also had people give it. This is just speculations and opinions. I've also had someone tell me that it's probably not gonna happen due to the fact that the technology is not really there yet.
But that's
and
it.
imagine everybody coming home, plugging in
How
their
do you?
cars.
Yeah. How do you have to? How's everyone gonna plug their cars? I don't know.
Imagine the power grid that you
And what?
need.
How are they gonna do? Take care of everyone?
So
let's
that
say,
was
like
a
here?
big thing that.
They're gonna have to plug in all those
Yeah,
plugs.
at
like,
the same
what-
time. No, even if you go to your house, right? Like you have two cars, right? I have a car. Whoever. Let's say you have 5 people in your house. Everybody has 5 electric
It's
cars.
true. Eh?
Plugging in those 240 volts, even if you're charging at 110, plus your house, and everybody else on the street has the same
It's
plug.
true. I didn't think of that.
And I don't know. I don't think that. Well, like it's still 15 years from now. So yeah, here in Quebec, apparently in 2035, we can no longer sell only gas cars. You can sell
But
hybrids.
is it true?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, it's true.
I don't know about that. I don't think it's gonna.
But
happen.
hybrids fall in the category.
Yeah, but still, I still don't think it's not that it's not gonna happen. That it's a bit too early for it to happen.
Well, most cars now are hybrids.
With most cars. Okay, take out Civic. The Civics. Is there anything?
Geely 53.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but BMWs.
But these are not regular cars.
Yeah, but-
Who's
yeah, but
gonna be
they're
able to
gonna
afford
have-
this? Who's gonna be able to
Hold
afford
on,
that?
but they're gonna have.
Are you gonna buy a
systems in
Spark?
there.
Everyone's gonna have a Spark in this place.
No, but for example, like I'm not using Mercedes as an example, but the new C-Class is gonna have a hybrid engine inside, already standard.
Yeah, but that's already.
2022.
Yeah, but that's already high end. I'm talking about Civics and stuff.
They're
How
gonna
are you
be
gonna
hybrid.
replace that shit?
They're gonna be hybrid.
But they're always expensive. A hybrid's always expensive because the batteries.
yeah, but the more they manufacture, the more they're gonna reduce cost.
Oh my god! Yeah, and then after in 30 years, when they realize that there's batteries piled up on top of each other, acid blowing up everywhere.
That's
Oh, it's
another
worse.
thing.
It's worse for our
Yes.
economy.
So people have a strong
and,
opinion that
environment.
electric cars are even more polluting than gas cars.
I've read a lot about that, and a lot of people say is the batteries when they're done is gonna be hell.
And also the way they mine stuff for batteries.
Exactly.
It's a lot of
The alkali or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, and they also do use the product that makes lithium. I don't know what it's
yeah.
called. And
Apparently it's very
the,
bad,
The way they
exactly.
mine it is horrible. Well, we'll see in 2035, I guess.
Exactly, but to be honest, what you're asking me that I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen
2030
eventually.
Not 2035,
yeah,
though.
not 2025, not
Not even
2035.
close to 2035. I think honestly, not even close.
Because
We
we're not
shouldn't
that far. 50
We
years
shouldn't
is
even be
pretty
worried.
fast.
I feel. I feel we shouldn't even be worried.
We got to keep buying used gas cars.
Nah, I'm definitely buying.
Invest in Corvettes.
Are you-
Invest in Corvettes.
Not even like.
Big V8s. Invest in Corvettes. C7 Corvette. They're gonna skyrocket in value.
They probably will.
I think they will.
You think Tesla's gonna fly up with the?
Maybe. If that car, that Tesla Roadster they're promising there at like 2.1 seconds or whatever it is, 1.9. If it actually comes out and actually does those numbers, pretty insane.
I know when it comes out though.
It's supposed to come out. Well, it was supposed to come out already.
Like the Audi e-tron.
I've driven it.
But it wasn't supposed to come out like shit, and it came out before this car. There's so many cars coming out before this car. It's crazy.
I'm sure that one point. Yeah, I've driven it.
The GT.
No, the e-tron.
Okay, just the regular the truck you're talking about.
S-Line, yeah.
I'm talking about the GT e-tron, like the car that would compete with the Roadster.
Like that looks like the R8.
Yeah.
No, I never saw that one.
That I'm interested, but it's almost coming out. It's almost out already.
I know. I've driven the e-tron truck.
Yeah, and
that's nice.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Don't you find it's like a low, wide truck?
It's sick. It's nice.
Insane.
It's
and what size is it in between? 'Cause I never got to sit in one.
A bigger than a Q5, smaller than a Q7.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So it's like perfect size. I find
it's big.
Yo, man, I don't make that car in gas. I find it's low. It has that nice wide body.
Technically.
It's not though.
It's a bit smaller than
exactly, and it has a nicer, rounder. I don't know, as a nicer look. Yeah,
it is low though. Like it's like a truck. When you sit inside, you can't sit like you're in a car.
Why? They made it look
drag efficiency. I don't
know. Maybe
like the way the air.
Maybe something to do with even the battery where it has to sit.
It's on the floor.
Maybe it's that big
underneath of you.
Nah.
I guess it's more for like aerodynamics, right?
I guess
they gotta try to get as much range as possible.
I guess.
But driving an electric car on the highway,
it's nice. Huh?
It's nice.
Even I told you that, like when I went a bit far with a Tesla, like a regular
P90D,
P90 or whatever. Amazing for long trips, but just that you can't go for long. Like you can't.
300 kilometers.
Exactly, it's not
lucky.
much. Like
if you drive like a saint.
And there's no one that has like if you want to drive to New York from here,
you can't do it. You could do it, but you're gonna stop
at like all these places. Oh my god, I think you like 5 days to get there. I know that's only
5 days to get to New York. You can do it in a day. You can do it in half a day.
I don't know. Like, that's it. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna convert all this, and people, if they have to go places, they're not gonna be able to drive anywhere far. Unless whatever you have hybrids and shit, like you said. But
hybrids,
it's a lot of change.
I feel like hybrids are gonna take over before electric cars do.
I would say hybrid makes sense.
Hybrid cars are actually very cool to drive. Like if it's done properly.
Yeah.
Not like a plug-in hybrid where it like kind of cuts the engine and it goes into hybrid mode.
Yeah,
no, I don't like that. But if it's a hybrid, like helping the gas motor, that's cool.
Yeah, it's true.
You feel it's the actual
hybrid, it's technology. Mixing,
but you feel the electrical.
It's like hybrid turbos and
benefits.
shit like that. Like it's cool. It's different. Like I don't mind that, but it's the full electrics. It's like, man, how could you do that like all in one shot? I don't know.
I do a lot of mileage, so for me, I gotta plug that car every freaking 12 hours.
Yo, impossible. I'm telling you, just people that do crazy mileage, it's impossible.
If you do 25,000 kilometers a year, you're plugging that car every single day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Then they have to put up like over here, let's say in condo places.
Yeah, they gotta put up a charging station.
Everyone has to get one.
Or the condo supplies it, but then
yeah,
condo
but they're not gonna, where are they gonna get the money? How's the condo gonna supply it? Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, for sure.
You're paying.
Someone's gonna pay for it.
The government should pay for it if
they don't give. Yeah,
exactly. Let's get back on track.
Never mind. Strong rant.
Never mind the government. Already with the last one of Matthew with our COVID. I already got a couple of calls from the government. No, I'm joking. This is Service Canada.
Why wasn't I put on these conference calls?
Service Canada's calling.
Oh, those are the best.
Oh my god,
I get them all the time. So much.
I get them all the time.
Oh my god, they get so angry at me.
It's so bad.
They get angry at me, and they're the ones calling me.
And it's so annoying. They call every day. Anyways, whatever. So I wanted to go through the episodes with you, and like just little recaps, little things that we should be looking at.
Let me pull it up really quick.
So me and Giovanni at the beginning when we started, we had no guests at all. We just had me and Giovanni doing like little clips, this and that, here and there. And then after we started to move on to basically having guests, at the beginning it was mostly like anything, car-related video games, top budget cars, head-to-heads. Remember we were doing head-to-heads at one point? Like, I don't know, what was it? One of the head-to-heads that we did.
Japs versus Germans.
Exactly,
or,
stuff like that.
Mustang versus Challenger, stuff like that.
Then we did like recaps of the year, 2019, we did that, stuff like that. Then after we jumped to having guests. Our first guest was a good friend.
Mr. Martelli's Kitchen.
No.
It was?
That was not our first guest.
The first video, yeah.
First video, yeah, but I'm saying first guest. You have to look at your podcasts. That's why I'm saying that. So first guest is our good friend Gino was our first guest.
Yes, okay.
Okay. So Gino was our first guest on episode 9, guys. If you guys
I see
haven't heard that one, there's only audio.
Audio, yeah.
No video, so it's a different one.
That's why I'm looking at like only video.
Yeah, because you're on YouTube.
Yes.
I see you there. That's why so I'm looking here. That's why I wanted to really get the first guest. So it was Gino. Give him credits for that, or else he's gonna give us shit. Especially Gino.
Gino?
He is. Gino's gonna give me
He popped
shit.
our guest cherry.
So Gino, what's his? Also, what is HT? What is it?
HTAV. And also,
solution.
now the guy's a streamer all of a sudden.
And exactly, I was gonna say, check out his Twitch.
I was watching it.
You're watching it?
Yeah, I watched it.
He's very good. I play with him.
I forgot the name of that game though.
Valorant.
I couldn't. Yeah, okay.
He plays Valorant a lot. He's very good. I think it's Surge something. Anyways, we'll link it for sure if we make a clip.
We should do a Call of Duty.
He's not a Call of Duty guy.
We're gonna get him on Call of Duty.
He's not a Call of Duty guy.
We're
He's
gonna get
very.
him
He's with Valorant.
Fortnite.
He's like a freak, and he's amazing with it. Like he's very good at it. He's a CS:GO guy. That's why
Overwatch.
Valorant. No. CS:GO and Valorant is his
We'll get him on Call of Duty. Gino, down on Call of Duty.
They're
we're
both
gonna
the
play
same style, you know, the plant and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. So, Gino, our first guest. Gino, we just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You gave us the door. You opened the door for us to have guests, and I was nervous as shit, and I've known you for a long ass time, and I was nervous. I remember my first guest, trying to keep words flowing and everything flowing, and I remember I had notes, pages, like all kinds of just
and
notes.
we spoke for like 4 things out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Gino, we just wanted to say thank you, buddy, and
thanks, Gino. Appreciate it.
He'll be back on soon. I spoke to him about it. We said it for the Twitch and everything. I want him back.
I want him to talk about his streaming setup.
That's it. He's always doing something new. This guy. He's always doing something.
It's good.
He's installing speakers, not installing
making
speakers.
Home theater systems.
He's working construction. He does everything, Gino. If you guys need anything, just call him. Whatever it is, just call him. And then after. Our second guest was actually our guest that we had last week.
Yep.
Matthew Giuffrida. Our good friend, Matt. Thank you again. Yo, he didn't have to do that. I didn't even know him at the time.
I don't know him that well either.
I just reached out to him and said, look, guys, starting off a podcast. He was big. He was starting to start off with his Martin, stuff like that. You remember, he was starting to get big with that. So I reached out to him and I just said, look, would you like to come on the podcast? It's a car podcast. We know you like cars and that. And gentleman, the guy, man, honestly.
And 2 weeks after, he was sitting in front of us.
Exactly. He was. He said yes right away. Didn't hesitate. Didn't say like, who the hell are these guys? Like they don't have we didn't have follow. We had nothing at that time, especially. So Matt, honestly, thank you very much, guys. If you have to check him out, we'll link it also. You probably already did check him out. You're probably already following him. He's Mr. In Montreal. He's huge. Honestly, thank you very much.
He's about
Matt.
6 people in one. So
yeah, exactly that too. All his characters. He was amazing. He came on about 2 weeks ago also, so if you haven't seen those episodes, the first episode is no video, the second one is with video.
So if you want to check it out, it's going to be on the Instagram page.
Yeah, check it out. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of funny stuff that we talk about, and a lot of stupid stories that we talk about too. If you want to hear Matt spinning his tires.
He's a big car guy.
Yeah.
He's a big car guy.
Big car guy. Like he doesn't...
Like he knows his stuff.
You see it when he does his videos, like you see the 350Z in the background, and you hear like...
when he has a Firestone on the left, the Michelin on the right, the Pirelli on the other side.
You know that he's a bit of a car guy, you know? So we thought it would always be perfect to have him on. So we had him on. He was our second guest. Man, I feel like the first couple of guests were like all really good friends. And so the third guests...
The all-time boys?
All-time podcast guys. The guys who basically gave us the oomph...
To do it
and to do our own podcast. Guys, please show them love. Check them out. They're all music, basically. So anything to do with music, anything to do with hip-hop, basically, because they're very hip-hop based. But the other Steve number 1, really gets into all the different
Steve
dynamics.
1 and Steve 2.
Steve 2 is really the hip-hop.
Yo, this guy's could run a record label, no lie.
Yo, man, we should do a record label. I'll be the Suge Knight.
They legitimately know every single thing there is to know about the music industry.
They're crazy, especially
they kill it.
Like
they're very intelligent.
Steve 2 is amazing with hip hop. Like he knows shit. I'm like, what the hell? And then after there's Steve 1, that's like his wide variety. That he'll be like looking at my records right behind me, and he's like, yo, I like that record. It was a good record. And you're like, dude, this is like jazz and like blues. And he's like, yeah.
He's like, we're good.
I know this. And guys, their amount of albums they own. On a whole other level, these guys. But thank you again, guys. Honestly, all-time podcast, guys. Check them out at the all-time podcast on Instagram and everything.
Do they have YouTube? No way.
No YouTube. Only audio.
Only audio.
They're all about the music, so they're sticking to only the audio, right? So check them out on all the platforms, guys. Really support them. They're great guys, man. And you want to see who's the one after that?
The one after that would be.
Do you have it or?
I think I'm missing it, but
it's Joe. basically Joe Curry.
That was the audio only version.
Only audio
Which
again.
I'm
We're
missing.
still at only audio.
It's not on YouTube. It's not on YouTube.
That one's not on YouTube.
No.
So that was episode 12. We're still at 12. We're still at the beginning. We're getting to know our things. Joe Curry, thank you for coming on. That's Giovanni's,
also a musical mastermind.
Musical mastermind.
Kills it.
Podcast, Blonde Boy Radio.
Shout out to Blonde Boy Radio.
Um,
Killing the stash, by the way.
Yeah, he just he's a good friend. We love having
I've known him
just
for a
because
long time.
We talk shit and we just I don't know. I just have fun every
It's
time
crazy.
he's there.
I haven't seen him for a long time, and then when he came on, I was
catch up.
like, like automatic.
That's what it is, right?
It's like I never stopped seeing him for
Exactly.
whatever.
But that's how it
amount of
is,
time
right? So you too, Joe. Thanks very much, guys. Him too. He's got a podcast. Go support. I could support everybody. You know, there's enough podcasts to go around for everybody, right?
That's for sure.
So after that, we had a couple of other episodes that were by ourselves, like iconic car movies. With that was our first quarantine stuff.
Yeah.
So quarantine
that
stories.
Was video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That started off with
on
video.
Zoom.
Yeah, on Zoom. Wow,
Yeah.
exactly.
What an experience, Zoom.
Oh,
Shout out to the creators of Zoom.
Yeah. Then quarantine stories. We had a couple of them, and then it went to our first guest with video,
Here in person.
who was
Mr. Martelli's Kitchen. Finally,
There you go.
You have arrived.
Mr. Steve Martelli, that I've known since elementary school. Well, if you guys watched the video, you know the stories. I'm not gonna start saying the stories.
Quick thing, a lot of Steves, eh?
Yo, Steve, like I don't know,
Steve
Steve,
is
chefs. The show attracts the same people all the
A
time.
lot of Steves.
So Steve Martelli's from Martelli's Kitchen. I've known him forever, guys. He's a chef, house chef. He does a lot of stuff, catering, all that stuff. Check him out if you need it. Also for the holidays. Now that it's the holidays time, you can look him up on Instagram. Guys, his
Martelli's
cooking
Kitchen.
is amazing.
Yeah, he brought us.
Focaccia. A focaccia.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
Insane.
great too. That was
I
great.
didn't even make it to the end of the podcast.
So
He
Steve
just ate
has to
everything.
come back now and has to come back with some
A
more.
little bit of treats.
So thank you, Steve. Honestly, even him for being one of the first guys on camera. He's a natural on camera, so I wasn't worried.
He's funny, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like working with him in the kitchen would be like.
I feel like nothing would get done.
No, it shouldn't get done, but like you'd be laughing.
We
half of
just
the time.
talk.
I feel like even when I play hockey with him, you just laugh. He says stupid
Yeah.
shit and you just laugh. Like, yeah. So thank you again, Steve. Guys, check him out at the Martelli's Kitchen.
on Instagram.
Yep. So what else?
The next one after that would be Mr. Frank Sparapani.
That's your boy.
Mr. YouTube, Mr. Gaming.
Yeah.
Frank.
He must be happy. Did he get his PS5? That's why I'm saying that.
Frank,
That's
you're
why
watching
I'm
this.
saying
Don't
that. I
mention
saw his
PS5.
post. I saw his
The
post.
day that it was released, I swear to God, we had six
I
computers
saw
in
it.
front
I
of
saw
us,
that. He
6
posted.
cell phones, and we're all trying to order a PS5, and nobody got one. Yeah,
But that's how it worked. There was no pre-orders.
there was we missed it. We tried getting it, but that was sold out. And then the day it was released,
Okay, so he missed the boat for
we
the
all
crew.
missed it. We all tried getting PS5s.
Okay, you were trying to get it also.
I was gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. And
Okay, I didn't think you were gonna buy it because
I didn't want to keep it,
Okay, I thought for
but I was gonna
yourself.
give it to him because he wanted
I was
he needs a
shocked.
PS5 for his YouTube channel, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, if
Whoever
I get
gets
one,
it, yeah.
I'll just pay
You
it and
just-
you'll pay me back.
yeah, whoever
Exactly, you
gets it
know.
gets it first,
So we
who
all
gets it.
tried getting PS5. Nobody got one. And then the day it was getting released, we're like, okay, let's set up the computers at work and
Yeah,
make sure
once it's
everybody.
done, Best
so we all
Buy,
have computers open with all different stores and stuff. We didn't get shit.
Nothing. Not even today. Still got nothing.
We're still trying to get one. It's not working out.
Holy
We
shit.
call stores.
Poor guy because it's
not
with
working
his. It's even his YouTube channel.
Yeah,
right?
so he needs the
It would've-
PS5. Yeah.
It's not that you. It would have been nice,
Good,
right?
yeah.
People would come and see your shit first, right? So if anybody has the plug for a PS5 and you're
Let us know.
listening, let us know.
And
so
not
we can
selling
hook
it
up.
$400 more. I don't want
that
scalper
too.
pricing.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
want MSRP price.
yeah, exactly. So if you guys know if anybody knows anyone, hit us up. We can help Frank out. And so Frank, thank you.
Check him
again.
out on YouTube, Frank Sparapani, as well as his Instagram page, Frank Sparapani, as well. He does streaming. He's very into
Video
the
games
controller
and stuff.
mods. He
Yeah,
kills it.
Exactly.
He's a
that
beast at
too.
that.
A lot of mods
So
and all
check
that
him out.
stuff.
Frank
He's a car
Sparapani.
guy too, guys. Check him out.
Yeah, he used to race cars.
Yep. There you go. Well, check the video
So
out
check
too,
him out.
right?
Yeah, episode 18.
18. So 19 goes back to.
Joe, welcome
He came
back.
back right He came once and he's like, "Yo, I gotta give you back."
Episode 20, Gino came back right away.
Gino
too.
came back too. Gino came back too. That was that the first quarantine and then it reopened, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why everyone was coming back. Because remember, we had to cancel all these episodes.
We're stuck indoors for
that too,
months.
guys. Like the stuff behind the scenes for that, like with that, even just booking them, like Joe said, was hard at the beginning, and then after when all this shit came down with the cancel,
Everything.
I find like it was
Most
like,
of it anyway.
I just felt like shit too. Like these people are, doing, they're helping. Everyone's helping each
Yeah,
other.
taking
but
time out of
still-
their day, right?
Yeah. So that's it. So that's why they started coming back slowly again. So that was Gino. Again, Gino, Joe, thank you, both you guys. Then we went back to, again, me and Joe by ourselves.
The Weekly Fuel Up 1, and now
Yep.
we're Weekly Fuel Up 2.
Exactly. So this is a good episode that came out, episode 22. Guys, go watch it. Honestly, I think it would be one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
I learned a lot, and I was in it when
Me
I was
too.
young. So
Well, not when young, but like when he was talking,
Yeah.
I was like so concentrated. I was like, wow, I'm like, this is a crazy
Pasqualino.
story.
he's coming by. I already spoke to him, Joe. I didn't tell you, but I spoke to him this week.
But we need part 2 of the story.
Well, that's what I spoke to him about this.
Because it
week,
ended
and
with
he
like a
said- he
cliffhanger,
said,
so...
whenever we're ready, he's ready. You know he is. So,
I know, yeah.
so he's ready. He's ready. Guys, episode 22, that was Pasqualino, Kickfit Lab, if you guys know him better by that, Mr. Kickfit. Thank you again, Pasca. It was a great episode.
Yeah, you killed it.
Really put out, your
And your story is
and,
insane, yeah. I was...
a lot of stuff that people, and honestly, feedback, I got a lot from that one, and a lot of people connected.
If you watch the video, look at both our faces, I'm just like...
Yeah,
Mass Gio,
most of the time,
we're
yeah.
just like concentrated
I'm
so
just
much.
listening,
understanding what he's
especially that I
saying.
did taekwondo, when I was younger and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and martial arts, that to see him there, and I didn't know that, like, I knew he was whatever, like how we knew each other, like he said, we used to play hockey together, kids from the neighborhood.
Yeah, you
know,
know
so
you're
that-
involved with this
Well, I didn't
sport.
know his whole background and stuff, so like,
Yeah, that he
it's really,
traveled and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
exactly.
crazy.
So it's really, yeah. Honestly, we're having him back on. So Mr. Kickfit Lab, guys, check him out 2 ways. So basically, he's got his own gym, personal trainer for anything MMA, mixed martial arts, anything. He does it for you. Right now, with all the new rules and stuff, I think he does a lot of private training. So if you guys need one-on-one training, he's your guy.
Check
Guys,
him out.
honestly, he's amazing.
K-Fit Labs on Instagram.
The gym is getting bigger every time. You got to check him out.
He's gonna own the whole mall pretty soon.
Yeah, he's almost there. Honestly, he's halfway there, I think. Then episode 23 was with.
Mr. WGAF Radio. Who gives up?
He kills
Radio.
me, man. Even him.
He's
Rob,
hilarious.
Man, he kills me. Thank you again for coming
Thanks
on,
for coming
man.
on, bud.
You were you had us laughing. For a
Yeah.
couple
It was an hour and a half of pure laughter.
That was a good one. Then after we had a lot of funny one after another, like culinary for episode 24, Mr. Culinary, another chef.
Then he's Mr. Missionary.
Named Mr. Naria, and all those things. Jardinieri, he had them coming one after another.
I think it was the funniest moment in that podcast is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
part, man. It was like, people call me missionary.
Even
culinary. I was like, Jesus.
He made me die. He made me die. Even him, he came with little things. He brought us some tomato sauce and things like that. So
These
once
chefs, when they
again-
come on, they always feed
I
us.
told you already off the air. I told him we have to have more chefs. On
They just feed us
At
all
least
the
we
time.
get. Who said it? It was Andy that said it. He goes, "Man, you're inviting chefs just because you guys want to eat all the time. Well, if they could cook, eat at the same time.
Why not?
Who's losing? No one's losing there." So no, honestly,
Thanks for
Culinary
coming
guys,
on.
check him out
Appreciate it.
at Culinary.
Culinary.
He's a chef, at-home chef. Also, he does a lot of content, a lot of giveaways, a lot of stuff like that. Like a lot of, he contributes a lot to the city, just
Community.
like Steve.
Yeah.
Steven also the same thing. They're both like chefs a lot with the community. So guys, check him out. He doesn't do any catering, right? No catering like that. Steve does. He doesn't. But check his page
More
out,
of a
guys.
content creator.
Yeah, he's a content, a lot of that. So yeah, check him out, and him too. We should be coming back. We should have
Soon,
these
of
guys
course.
back on soon.
Everybody has to come back on. I want
Exactly.
everybody on.
I like having a lot of the same people, just because
Of
it
course.
keeps a
And it also keeps the story going, right?
and
Like, we wanna know.
keeps the fans in loop too, right?
I want to know everything about everyone's
Yeah,
life.
exactly. So what comes up after that, Joe?
The All Time Boys come back.
Back at it again. That was a long episode.
That was a long episode, but a lot of information in the
Yo,
music
guys,
industry.
man, if it's music that you want to listen to that episode, I found we really touched
we went deep,
lot.
deep,
like
deep. in,
album
like, how
covers
it-
with
yes,
cars, and car
How
videos,
the industry works
the
as well.
industry,
went deep in that episode.
how we feel about certain artists and how they feel about the artists that we feel about. Russ, now the new album came out.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm looking at you,
We'll have
Steve.
to tell Steve
Steve.
1 and Steve 2.
I'm looking at you. He said he's gonna talk about it in the next episode. I already feel it. Shittiest album. I hate Russ. I already feel it. I already know. Yo's bashing
But
it.
when they
No.
came on, I don't think the Shake
No,
a Snow Globe was out yet.
I'm not sure, but even Shake the Snow Globe wasn't as great. Like this was really like this was.
This
him
one was
rapping.
good.
This is him
It's
rapping.
good, yeah.
Because you have to take care of production. Okay,
Yes.
we're not getting into that. We're gonna get into that
We'll
next time
save
when
it.
they come. So,
Then the episode after that was actually our first giveaway with Liquid Molly.
Liquid Molly, you guys. Yeah, shout out to Liquid Molly and our
Mr.
boy.
Jason Belaze came onto the podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much for that one. Honestly, that was very nice. of him.
Shared some info on how the oil industry works.
Yeah, he also made the giveaway happen.
Yes, he
didn't.
did.
I didn't ask for it. We didn't ask for it.
Shout out to
I've known Jason
Mr.
for a
Paulo.
while. Yeah,
for winning the liquid Molly.
And always
giveaway.
listening. He always listens, rocking our shirt. I saw that picture. You look good on our shirt, Paolo. But I hope all that liquid Molly stuff serves your S4 well. And Jason, honestly, thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
I spoke to him after again, guys, and he said, guys, if we have to set up anything, he'll set it up. He's always there to help. That's one thing.
He's a good guy.
Jason, I've known him for a while, and he's always there to help.
And he
so
drops
everyone who knows
some
him,
pretty insane knowledge on liquid
he
Molly
knows.
products.
He knows also some really good classic Euro cars. He's been there for a
Long
while.
time,
He
yeah.
knows his shit.
Well, it's his career, I guess.
Yeah.
you could say, right?
So,
yeah, for sure.
guys, also another episode, 26. If you want to check that one out, it's with Jason, like you said. If you're into the whole European style Euro life, check that one out. It's for you.
And by the way, liquid Molly also works in your Japanese cars.
Yeah, works
Fun
on
fact.
everything. It's not it works on everything. I had it on a muscle car.
I think he pointed at. I'm pretty sure he said this that they make oil for
Everyone,
single
I
type
sell
of
it, and honestly,
engine,
it's
combustion engine, whatever, diesel, whatever it is. They make oil for it, additives, and all that
rare that they have everything for everything. Like you said, diesel and gas. A lot of people just do gas. A lot of people just do
stuff.
diesel.
Then they do everything. They even do the tractor. Your
and I'm
tractors,
telling you, it's top notch. And they do motorcycles.
ATVs.
They
all
do.
that stuff.
They're starting to get into cleaning now.
What?
Yeah, I picked it up. They have a bottle of cleaner.
Good.
I still don't use it yet. Shout out to Jason.
Gotta...
I have to check it out. I saw him use it, so I was like, I'm gonna pick one up for myself. And then they're also doing off-road bikes,
Yeah.
like mountain bikes. Sorry,
Yeah.
not
Two
dirt
strokes?
bikes. No, just regular mountain bikes. Pedaling.
Oh, pedal bikes.
Yeah,
Okay,
a
yeah.
mountain bike, not
Yeah.
a
Oh, I thought you
not a
meant like a
motocross.
motocross.
No,
Okay,
that's
okay,
it. That's
okay,
why
okay.
I said a mountain bike.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, like a spray cleaner, a chain cleaner. They have a lot of stuff like that. They're really, and especially in Europe, it's insane the amount of stuff they have. It's crazy. If you follow them,
You said the catalog is 2 times thicker in Europe. Yeah.
I believe it. Just
Imagine holding all that inventory. That's crazy.
Yeah. I know.
Shout out to Jason.
Yeah, shout
Thank
out
you
to
for
Jason.
coming
Thank
on.
you again.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you
And
again.
shout out to Liquid Molly for
Yeah.
for the stuff.
Then we had another good episode. They're never bad, honestly. I don't
They're all
think
good.
So they're all good.
There hasn't
Andy
been one bad
Diaco. Shout out to Andy, Mr.
Car broker himself.
Car broker extraordinaire, guys. If you're looking to sell your car
Or buy a car.
you got a car on lease, you got to get rid of it. It's COVID. You don't drive your cars right now. You got to get rid of it. Go see Andy.
Andy.
He's flying with salesmen. Man, I keep on a weekly basis talking to him, man. He's always got something.
Yeah.
He's always got
If you
something.
check his Instagram,
Get a
it's-
crazy deal on the Volvo the other day, man.
Yeah, I saw
Oh
that.
man, it's nice. It was nice, but whatever. I'm
Is
saying.
Mass going to become a truck guy all of a sudden?
I feel maybe.
What's
I don't
happening?
know.
What's happening?
I don't
here?
know, man. I don't know that. Yeah, what's it
Is
called?
it
The
raining?
Audi.
Is it
It's
raining hell
snowing.
outside?
It's snowing, so maybe. But Andy, thank you for coming on. Honestly, that was another good episode for a car guy. Like
Dropping crazy
another
knowledge.
car guy like
Oh, yeah.
that knows his shit. That was a good episode, and then we're basically episode
We're
28, the one before
here
this
from
one.
last week. So
was,
last week was Matthew Jafrida back
Matthew
on,
Jafrida again.
continuing his saga from the first time he was here, talking
We
about
had
his
rants
characters.
on that one.
Yeah.
We went in on that one.
Yeah,
at
this
one
was.
point. So, I got some good feedback on that one. People
Yeah.
all said they liked us going on our rant and like getting a little touchy,
A
a
little-
little riled up. Everyone said they liked that. A lot of people came back to me and said, you guys should do that more. I go, if we do that more, we're gonna get in shit for sure.
We're giving too much of our opinion on camera here.
Yeah. So Matthew, once again,
It was amazing
Thank you
talking to
very
him.
much,
Thanks for
guys.
coming on. Appreciate
so
it.
we just wanted to go through them. Just to say thank you to everyone because it's been a long ride. Like it's been a long year, also obviously for everybody this year.
With this red zone, all here in Quebec, anyway.
Yeah, no, with
Where
anything,
you're watching
just with
from Toronto
COVID,
too, I
with-
think also.
With anything,
Ontario,
with
yeah, following
quarantining
the
and
same,
everyone, it's been hard for everyone. A lot of people picked up on the social media and stuff, which made us do more also. But it was harder to do things with people, to get things done.
in person.
Yeah. So,
As much as you want to do it on Zoom and stuff, it's never
it's
the
not
same.
the same.
No, never.
We
the
did
same.
it with Steve and Zoom, and I find it was like, wow, man, night and day. Like
Yeah,
I
not the
can't
same.
joke around. I could joke, but it's delayed. It's not, like I can't.
It's not the same. And also the personal interaction of someone being here in person is 100% different than it is on a camera.
Yeah, I agree.
For
And
sure.
I'm that type of person. You're that type of person. If I need to talk to you, I'm gonna call you. If I need to talk to you, I'll tell you in person. I'm not gonna text it and wait and
Yeah, for sure. You want it
go
right
through
away.
FaceTime. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been like that. I guess because we grew up like that. I have to have the person talking to me there, or else it's not.
Yeah,
the
you
same.
want that
it's not the
personal
same.
interaction or
I'm
that
not-
human interaction.
I'm not the
anyway.
same, or else I know I'm not the same. So I don't want to be boring or anything like that when I know I can be better with just having the person sit down
Sit
next
there,
to
of
me.
course. And you want the answer right away.
Yeah,
Right
so-
now.
So just like I said, we just want to say thank you for all the people that came on the episodes, guys. Hopefully there's another 500 episodes and we don't stop.
Thousands.
Like
Of course. Want to continue this for as long as possible.
Also, guys, I wanted to say if you know someone that wants to come on the podcast, that you know someone, or you suggest
Or you
someone,
wanna come
or
on.
you know, like, you know, something like that. DM us, let us know,
On
and
Instagram.
we'll see where, you know, if it works, if it fits, and we're always looking. We're always looking. Even your friends, anything. We
We'll
always
free
follow.
up the calendar.
Yeah, exactly. So Joe, I just want to ask you one question.
Shoot.
Out of all these,
Yeah.
and this is gonna be, I know you might, after the episode, you might tell me what are you doing. Which one is your favorite episode? If you could say is your favorite. I know you're the creator. You're not supposed to. But you know, not your, I wouldn't say favorite. I'd say the one that you like. Let's say, okay, you know what? Let me break it down. Which
Sure.
one was your most laid back, most enjoyable? You know, like that you're sitting down in a, I don't know, at in a cafe just talking to a friend. Out of all of them,
I mean, look, every single episode has their own.
advantages.
Every
and,
guest
yeah,
has their own unique.
exactly.
Like
That's why
life,
I
I
said
guess you
not
could say,
favorite.
right?
Favorite
Like,
isn't the best word to use. Like it
they all have
wasn't
your favorite. They all have your favorite. Sorry, they all have their own
personality.
personality,
Their own
life
thing, yeah.
experiences,
Exactly.
knowledge.
Exactly.
What I like to do is kind of get perspectives of people that are not in the same circle
As you.
as me or as you or in the car community.
Okay.
Give an example, like the Pasqualino episode. For me, like I don't really
It's
know.
even out of a comfort zone.
Exactly, right? So
I
like
feel you.
I'm not really familiar with the Taekwondo industry. I'm not really familiar with the boxing lifestyle. I'm not really like I don't know anything about it, right?
Yeah.
So that one was really informative, you know. He was telling me a lot things I never knew that were actually happened. Even like
Yeah, there was a lot of
doing
stuff I know
those
you were
things,
like,
right?
really? And I was like, yo, what do
If
you
you
mean
see my
really?
face in the
'Cause just-
episode, I'm like staring at it. I'm just soaking. I'm like, wow.
It's
I'm like,
because
I
if you
never knew
don't,
this,
if you're
right?
not in that world, if you don't do these things,
That's
you
it,
don't
exactly,
learn. It's
you
like
know?
anything else,
For
right?
sure.
It's like anything else. So,
I
yeah.
enjoy just getting to know. I enjoy listening to how people go throughout their day and understand like
Get
their
over
struggles.
things
Yeah,
and-
exactly. That's my
So the
favorite part of.
Pasqualino one was like
I like
one
that
of
one.
your
Yeah, that one
more.
was good. Yeah.
Honestly, if you turn the table around and ask me that, I'd say probably that one also. As in, laid back, me listening and learning type of thing
Yeah.
would be him. Then after, let's say something fun, like more friends type. It's almost all of them, man. I don't want to be a rude or anything, but Matt Jufrida, it's like a buddy now. He became like he passes by just to pass by.
Yeah,
He passes by to show
show
us
his
the
car.
car. He lets me know when there's things, you know, anything. Andy, we're going back here. Another good friend. It was like I was sitting down again, just talking to my
Mr.
friend.
Jason.
Jason, same thing.
Culinary,
all time.
missionary.
Culinary was one of
Gardinieri.
my. I never met him before. I only met him through Instagram, this and that. So I never really knew him. But I find he was the one that, like, as a new person, we linked up really well. Like,
Easy, yeah.
he was
easy.
very down to earth, like, you know,
Yeah.
not hard to deal with, and just, yeah, guys, whatever you guys want.
Easy going.
And it just back and forth. That's one that I liked also. That was very unique. But then, you know, like Gino, he's a buddy of mine. It's like I could sit there for 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, well, the all-time boys too, we did for 2 hours
All
and 10. We
time,
could sit
yeah,
for 6
exactly.
if we had the time to do it.
all these guys, man, honestly.
Everybody.
I like all them, but for me also, I'd say Pasqualino just because it's out of my comfort zone, and also asking questions, and, you know, you don't want to too much, or you don't want to, you know, give and take.
And I don't know the
thing.
I
And you don't know the
I don't know him,
person,
right?
that's-
So
that's
everybody
right.
else I kind of knew already who
And
they
also
were.
him, it's not like he was my best friend growing up or something like that. It was just a guy, like I said, in the neighborhood, you know.
I don't
So,
know him that well either,
Okay,
right? So
okay, so that's your answer. Okay, and do you want more chefs, or what type of more? What are you looking for in the
I
new
want
year?
everybody to come on.
Everybody, you like
Everybody.
yeah,
I love. I
just
don't
like
know.
talking
I
to
don't.
people.
Whatever you do is cool. It works. If it works for you, it works for me. I just want to understand what you, not what you do, but yeah, like I want to get to know.
And I think also what me and Giovanni do that the other people appreciate is also that we're putting out what people in our city are doing, our friends or whatever anyone in the city is doing. We like to share it. We like to let people know about it. We like to, you know, so it doesn't always have to be car guys on our.
I feel like we follow a
podcast.
lot of. I know we always use them as an example, but the Joe Rogan mentality or tactic. I mean, I'm a big fan, and he actually is.
yeah.
He has everybody from comedians all the way to like sleep doctors or like
Because-
CIA agent. I know like he's huge and like everybody wants to be on it. I get that part, but if you obviously you listen to the way he talks, but he just try to understand like how people do their job, right? Or like
Well, he likes
or
to
their
pick their brain. He likes
experience.
to pick
Exactly, I love that.
their brain. He's very good at
I
it,
love
obviously.
that. I love that.
But even he says, why limit myself to just, let's say, MMA guys?
Of course,
or
I know
just
everybody, right?
Comedians,
That's the whole point.
you know? and you gain friendships and stuff off that. Like you gain, new. It's different now. I know, like I said, with quarantine, it's not the same and shit like that. But in the future, I'm sure Joe Rogan met 90, not 90, but let's say 50% of his people either by doing gigs, right, meeting them in real life, or doing podcasts.
Podcasts, yeah, or just referrals.
Especially at the beginning, he didn't have people messaging him every day. Yeah, I'm coming. I need to come on your podcast. I'll fly there. I'll pay. I'll do the.
He mentioned on like 2 podcasts ago, I think, he had Alex Jones. Not 2 podcasts, a couple podcasts ago with Alex Jones and Tim
Dillon.
Tim Dillon.
Yeah. He's hilarious. Tim Dillon.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
He mentioned that he has a list so long for who that want to be on the podcast that he
can't
even control it anymore.
I believe it.
It's crazy.
Everybody who's anybody would want to be on that podcast.
Of course. The exposure to those podcasts.
Anything you're releasing, let's say you're releasing a new album, a new car, a new this, a new
you want to be
special.
On it, of course.
You want to be on that.
Getting millions of views, of course.
And it's not, and like everybody says, it's not like an environment of like everyone's serious and everyone's all stuck up.
It's a joke. Well, it's a joke. They're joking around all the time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So we try to follow that just because we think that's the recipe for like success and what we think we work well with also. And that's why we've been doing
the Joe Rogan method. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah,
the Joe Rogan
experience.
Jerry experience, exactly.
So guys, like we said, it was gonna be a shorter episode. It was more of a recap of our year. Saying thank you back to everybody.
All the guests.
We'd like to also thank the people that shout us out on Instagram or anyone, like the Joe Fo guys. Mike Lucci shouts us out a couple of times. Mike Luch, Joe Fo, who else we just get love from a lot of people.
Everyone.
Culinary gives us a lot of love. Everyone who we've mentioned and more. I'm sure, guys, I can't go through this list. I'm going to be here forever. Anybody who shares us and like Tommy Cavezza shares us a lot. Like anybody, even friends, family, guys.
Our family appreciate it.
Family too, especially, we don't say it as much there because we see them every day and everything. But thanks for sharing. Thanks for everything, guys. Hopefully too many more years and we keep it going and hopefully maybe one day will be our own experience and people are copying what we're doing or
the GM experience.
Yeah.
The general manager experience.
General manager, General Motors, that's the first thing I thought. Or MG, then it's Motor General. What's it called? The MG, the American.
The little car there, yeah.
Not American, sorry, British.
The little car,
British
yeah.
Cars. That's not us at all, so yeah.
Guys, episode 29.
29 in the books, guys.
On Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, which is what we use to upload all the episodes.
Yeah.
At the Fuel Up Podcast, Instagram,
everywhere.
The Fuel Up Podcast, YouTube. This video will be live on YouTube.
Yeah, check out our reels, guys. We're trying to post a lot of reels, a lot of stuff on our Instagram. Check it out. We're trying to post as much as we can. Whatever we have, a lot of clips from our
previous podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. Just so if you want to get, let's say, a Matthew, you didn't watch the whole thing.
You want to know what the
little subjects are. You can get it there, and then you can watch it whenever you have time. But guys, the only way you can help us if you subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff.
And follow us on Instagram. Appreciate that. And thumbs up.
And
put the notification bell. That's a big
whatever
thing.
It is, whatever. Everything helps us, guys. So if you really like it, why not? What does it take? It takes 30 seconds and it's done. So yeah, to another year, Joe, and to the next episode.
On to the next. Thanks, guys.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
Thanks.